I see this command all the time. Producers' extracts are really glued together. So the difference is from this to this. Today I'm going to show you 5 invisible glues that holds the Pro tracks together. We will do it in real time, so you'll learn exactly how. So hop in. This was a loop that we did last week. It's pretty cool, but things can be glued together a bit more. Don't get me wrong, this already sounds very coherent, but we want that extra glue on top. The first thing is fixing structural issues. These are things like phase cancelling or things that could be better in arrangement. Listen to this. Let me see if you can spot it. Did you hear it? We have the double kick, but nothing really reacts to it. To make things glue together, you have to also make the arrangement glue together. What comes to my mind? Your percussions can talk to your kick. Here, let's create a snare, right? Let's take this initial part, reverse it. So when the kick hits, we have this pa pa pa. Also, I'm hearing now this snare. It sounds much cooler. And here another turnaround. Here we can probably do simple hi-hat roll and see what happens. Right, let's duplicate this. The structural fixes can go really long way, and what you should be looking at is really thinking if some of the elements can glue to other elements on the arrangement itself. I have another very typical example. This is a sample that I got from Splice. You see how much ambience that is bringing in? It is literally structurally unglued because that ambience disappears immediately, creates this breakout in the track. Let's fix this. I know you are wondering what's going on. Monte is my new plugin. I'm not sure if it will be already out when you are watching this video, but the idea is all the delay sucks and I have a better delay. That is the idea. So what I'm doing, just controlling the delay tails however I want, right? Simple idea. On top of that, on inbuilt decker, post effects, pre-EQ, post EQ, and so on and so forth, with some super extras. Monte is not the topic of today. What I'm just doing is adding a delay to linger the ambience. Right? Right? That glued already to the lead sound that we have. And if you want to have it less all the time, you can simply automate it, probably something like this. So it's much more subtle, right? Much less intrusive. Structural fixes can really go a long way in your tracks before you even start with all the technical fixes that we have. The second part is coloring together. That often means that creating harmonic content that is similar from separate instruments. So when they play together, they sound really similar in a way. I like to do this in groups. The first one is my low end. It sounds like this. So what I'm gonna do, use a saturator plugin that I like. Use anything that you enjoy. For example, Black Box Analog Design is one of I use often time, but this time I'm gonna use actually a saturation that I have in Vanguard. Okay, this one is even more advanced. Ignore all these things. These are developer stuff. I will be just using this saturation part for now. This uses reactive spectral engine, so it looks at the content of the incoming signal and creates saturation based on that and tunes the saturation that would fit more. You don't need to have something this advanced to make this work. Even simple saturation like a Black Box Analog Design would work. So we are here. I'm gonna turn this on and I'm gonna use the Cal saturation here. If you feel like these will add a value to you, consider like and subscribe, and I will give you more videos like this. This is a tube saturation that sounds extremely analog and warm and reacts to the signal, okay? So we're gonna do this. Right, too much. Here around, things start to really click. Without. Together. Do you hear how this really add the bulk, like a weight to the bass, but also saturate it together. I have a better visualization for this one. We're gonna add a scepter. We're gonna go for reference diff mode and sidechain to itself before and after the saturation. This will help us to see what saturation actually doing. You see all these bumps? And a bit roll off at the eyes. This is selective saturation applied to the group, and those extra harmonics are what making this sound a bit more glued. The same thing applies to your drum bass too. Drum bass in this case, we don't have much, but we have this part. I'm gonna do the same thing, bring in my Vanguard. Again, use whatever saturation plugin that you have. You cannot even buy Vanguard, it's still like in the development months now. I'm not gonna release it until this reactive saturation is 100% beats everything. But anyways, for now, I'm gonna go now for the hot mode. This is a bit more aggressive saturation. It's a bit hotter saturation, so we're gonna do the same thing. Brighter. You can do this, bring down the volume a bit, before, and more drive. Hell yeah. Again, we did the same thing. Idea is color them together, which will bring the sounds closer to each other because of that. Do you know what I like to do? I like to abuse this. I'm gonna add another saturation to my master, but this one will be very subtle. We're gonna go for the tight, and we're gonna go really like a small mix, slow, really subtle drive. We're gonna go really subtle with this one. I know, this is just so gorgeous. Again, keep the master really subtle and parallel because you don't want to exaggerate. It should be almost hard to hear, because when everything adds up, if you make it over the top, things can get dirty fast. The next one is groove together. What does that even mean? That means that if you use any form of groove, you should apply to your track so they sound coherent, they sound like they are having the same groove. Very classic example is hats and 16 hats. In this case, let's say we manually change the groove. What you can do, if you apply the groove, you can go to your hats, just go here, pick the same, right, apply. If you have your own group, right click, extract the groove, right? It's extracted here, and then you can apply here. The same idea, groove, done. Other groove is actually also the compression. This can apply both for the drums and for the low end or even your master channel. Let me show you on the low end. And what I'm going to do, just to show you so that you can actually clearly see visually too. Hence, that's why I made Scepter from the first place, so I can make these videos very visual. So this is our kick, this is our bass, right? It's very simple to see. What people often do, what people tend to do with the glue compression here is they will bring a glue compressor. In this case, I'm going to use my Vanguard again because I have a bass compressor over here. When you bring in threshold, start to compress, do you see how volumes immediately dropped? Right? Because it's what slower compressor does. It never go back down, so you immediately see this drop over here, right? I'm going to bring down a bit like this. I'm going to want to keep it subtle, and then you do the makeup gain so that the volumes are back to the initial levels. In this case, look at this kick, minus 2.7, minus 2.7. When you do this, what happens is actually it pulls the sub and the bass closer to kick levels. Here we see the level a bit different, and here we see that the sustained bass levels are closer. And you will also see the change in the shape because of this needle movement. Here we have the bass actually coming down. If you here take a look at it, creates this whoop going up and then going down, this almost slightly circle shape over here. This is exactly what glue compression does to your low end, and this creates this more smoother low end feeling. Let me now the play so you can hear with Amida. Right? It It is gorgeous, and you can only hear it if you really have a headphones that can go to that sub-range or you have the proper speakers, unfortunately. But it creates that meat on your low end. On the drums, you will oftentimes want to have something like a slower attack, faster decay type of compressions, but nowadays I rarely use compression on my drums because I opt for the clipping and picking proper samples from the begin with. But if you are a rock producer, probably compression on drums are much more relevant to you compared to electronic music producers. Now, the idea live together, meaning that the things has to sit and live together in the same space. We have two returns here. This delay send our snare and synth, and we have this reverb. Right? Immediately I am spotting like those 16 hats. We probably should send them here too. That sizzle on the background, that will add air to your drums. Right? See that? Really nice. That acid sample here, I'm gonna send a bit of reverb. Not much, do not exaggerate it. That room feeling, the snare is alone here. Right? This delay is too long. We need a new delay. I'm gonna use Monte again. This is really, has to be one of the best delays. I hope so when the video comes out, this is out as well, so you know what this is. But we're gonna go to medium clap, so this will create this super nice tail. Do you hear it? Do you feel the room? Now this sounds similar to our own space. Let's play together. So good. But this put the percussions inside the same rooms so that it feels like in the same space. Now, because this was from the last week's video, we already done we already sent this and this, right? So they are already sounding together. So just consider creating a room reverb for yourself, a room delay. Utilize that to create the same space, and then you can do this ad hoc style, more creative delays for the important elements that you have, right? It's gorgeous. Next one that is really overlooked is clipping together, meaning that we're gonna clip things in separate buses so that they also come closer together with the transient voice. First thing, I'm gonna actually start here on the low end. You can clip, but I'm gonna use actually maximizer for this. In this case, Ozone 12. I wanna exactly do this, right? I'm gonna go for 4 classic. This one will protect the sub bass a bit more than others. Remember, when you boost this, it's also bringing bass closer to your kick. But the more important stuff is actually your drums. You can use any clipper that you want. Again, I'm gonna visualize for you so that you can see visually too. Scepter coming clutch again. This is our drums, right? You can use any clipper you want. I have already the clipper in Vanguard, but I'm gonna use free clip for now because it's much more visual for you. Otherwise, I would use Vanguard for that too. But anyways, this is a free clipper, by the way. I'm gonna make my own free clipper too in upcoming months. Probably we can port it from the Vanguard for people. But anyways, for now, we use this. Hard clipper, I want that crispy sound from drums. And the moment you bring down, you see how things clipped? I want something like this. And then I want to actually go back to here, get that free clip again, and shave the top of that snare too. I like to do this about my ear, by the way. A B. It softens up a bit, isn't it? This is good enough. Together again. Very cool. Again. That means because we shaved a lot now, we can, if we like to, boost slightly too to compensate. a bit up too. We are not done yet. I'm one of those people actually have the clipping happening in real time because that will also affect the whole sound. I'm gonna go for again Ozone's maximizers, but use whatever limiter or clipper that you want. On the master, I like the maximizers and limiters more because you don't want this super color, but you enjoy still a bit color in this case. You can go anything. Let's start with maybe modern. This will actually protect a bit more the frequencies that ears are sensitive for. And then bring down the volume. Do you remember how the bass come closer to the kick? Now what is happening? All the ambience, reverse delay, when we boost everything up, they're also boosted up. And then we bring the gain down afterwards. That means that the levels are getting closer to each other. So those ambience are pushed up in the mix, helping to glue everything together. Gorgeous. And here you have it. I know this was a tease with the Vanguard. Unfortunately, I still need to polish the reactive engine, so it takes a bit more time, but maybe Monte is already out or will be out very soon. And while you are waiting, I have another video over here. Take a look at that.